Dobra. I siema znowu, trzeci odcinek z rzędu. Dopiero co było zapisane. Tak, zapisałem. Jeszcze zobaczę. Tak. Tak, zapisałem. Idziemy do Good Neighbor. Troszeczkę pozmieniałem tutaj akurat nie na pistolecie, ale shotgunika trochę przerobiłem, żeby był potężniejszy karabinek. Ogólnie wcześniej karabinek ile... Dobra, to nie ty. 77 jest bazowo, bez niczego. Czyli mocne podskoczenie i to jest 105 bazowo. Pomalowałem je sobie. Dałem mocniejszą lunetę. Mogłem dać jeszcze mocniejszą, ale stwierdziłem, że aż tak bardzo snajpować to pewnie nie będę. Gdzieś kuźwa się biją. Pewnie jakieś góle w pobliżu, dlatego mi latałem nawiasy. Nie wiem skąd to radio. Nara. Te dwa manekiny mnie zawsze przerażają. Żeby nie było dla Was ciężko, jest wcześnie rano. No, wcześnie. 8 prawie. Tam się kręcą, wiem o tym. To już jestem głodny. Zaraz sobie z tym poradzimy. Eliminować wszystko, co jest. A, miałem ugotować, dobra. No i tak ma być. Słyszę te kurde żyrokoptery bractwa. Cześć. Nie. Ja się w ogóle nawet nie chcę bujać. Odpuść. Odpuść, nie chcę cię mordować. Kuźwa, ten robot. Cmentarz guli. Właściwie to czy ja mam granat? Trochę chujowo, że nie zainwestowałem w ten, jak to się mówi. ten łuk do rzucania. Aha, to sobie polatali chłopaki, tak? No, zatrzymaj się na chwilę. No tu mamy chwilę spokoju. Rzeczy, które mogą się przydać. I nową lokalizację odkrytą. Tak się zastanawiam, jakbym cię kuźwa trafił. No, pokaż się, pokaż się. Chcę cię zeskanować. W łeb i giniesz. I mamy kolejną legendarkę. Co to jest? Zacznijmy od tego. Deska mnie nie interesuje, szczotka. Plastik i srebro. To się przyda. To mogę wziąć. To jest pieniądz. To jest gówno, ale jestem tak blisko, że będę mógł to sprzedać. Ja pod żadnym pozorem nie chcę dostać lepa. Czyli te 10% odbitych obrażeń w ogóle mi nie rajcuje. Mina, rekrut. Ja mogę mieć szlakiem, ale dobra.
Now a 6. I don't know.
Mogę zdjąć z siebie wszystko. Bo jestem już tak blisko dobrego sąsiedztwa. Dzień dobry. O, to będzie bardzo krótki odcinek. Ale trochę na nim zarobię, już widzę.
Hey, hold up there. First time in Good Neighbor? You can't go walking around without insurance.
You better back off, or you're the one who's gonna need insurance.
Well, hey, all right. We'll just say your insurance is paid up for now, okay?
Nie.
Lay off that extortion crap.
No cześć.
Excuse me.
I like you. Walk into a new place, make a show of dominance. Nice. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Ta.
Of the people, for the people. Oh, brother.
I can tell I'm gonna like you already. Just consider this town your home away from home. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Yeah.
Mayor Hancock.
Too bad about Finn. Gonna miss him next super mutant attack rolls round. Oh well. What can I do for our newcomer?
Opowiedz mi o tym mieście.
What's your story, Hancock?
My favorite subject. I came into this town about a decade ago. Had a smooth set of skin back then. While I was busy making myself a pillar of this community, I would go on these, wild tears. I was young. Any chems I could find, the more exotic the better. Finally found this experimental radiation drug. Only one of its kind left, and only one hit. Oh man, the high was so worth it. Yeah, I'm living with the side effects, but hey, what's not to love about immortality?
All that chem use definitely prepared you for a career in politics.
People respect me because I don't put myself above them, alright? I sling and shoot up just like the next guy. Now, before you bring me down, is there anything else you need?
Nie. A w sumie
Tell me
opowiedz mi o
more
tym.
about this town of yours. Good neighbor.
It's all about the people, understand? They're freaks, misfits, and troublemakers. And that's why I love them. Everyone here lives their own life, their own way. No judgments. Now, was there anything else?
Nie.
Nothing right now.
Cool, cool.
Dobra, ja sprzedam te graty, co mam. Łysy.
Hi.
Hey,
Hey.
Oh, new face walks into my store, and you're not even screaming yet. Very polite. You let me know if anything catches your fancy.
A czemu mają krzyczeć?
Did you say something about people screaming at you?
That's right. Some newcomers have never seen a ghoul before. Can't handle a friendly face, I say. So you need some supplies?
Ghoul? What's a ghoul?
You're looking at one, sweetheart. Didn't have any shelter to go to when the bombs hit. Radiation's kind of the ultimate makeover. Done wonders for my skin. I look pretty good for being 220 years old. Now you buying anything?
Wait. You're 220 years old.
Okay. It's more like 270 years. But don't go blabbing that to everyone. Being a ghoul means you live a long time. You stop counting birthdays. Do you know what it's like being that old?
A,
Actually, I do.
Well, now you're just making fun of me. If you were as old as I was, you would have been around since before the war. So let's hear it. Come on. Tell me what the world was like before the war if you're so ancient.
o, patrzmy pozytywnie, co tam było wtedy.
I had a beautiful house. White picket fence and a lawn with the greenest grass you've ever seen. It was peaceful.
It was, wasn't it? Sorry. Last thing you want to see is an old lady tearing up. Well, you're either the most well-preserved fool I've ever seen, or you're the second best bullshitter and good neighbor. Ah!
It's the truth. All of it.
You know, if you haven't already, you should check out the Hotel Rexford. There's another pre-war ghoul hanging around there. Well, we should get back to business. What are
Właśnie.
you picking up?
A masz coś do roboty?
I do, actually. Super mutants have taken over the old Boston Public Library. I got a lot of fond memories of that place from when I was a girl and human. You get those lumbering brutes out of there, I'll pay you 200 caps.
Okej.
You got a deal, Daisy.
Thanks. Hey, while you're there, could you return this book for me? It's from the library. Don't even ask how long it's been overdue.
Daisy,
If you hit upon something, don't bother.
let's see
Handel.
what you got.
It's a little bit of everything.
Dobra, ja sobie tutaj przejrzę, co ona ma i widzimy się za chwilę, jak pójdę do kolejnego sklepu.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at your discretion. Except me. I only kill what I want to.
Who? What are you?
I'm a woman, baby. Can't you tell?
Oh, of course you are. It's just all those metal plates. You're a robot, right? A very womanly robot.
Was that a pickup line? I've heard better. Now, are you buying anything?
I'll take a look. Sure.
A gun for every occasion.
Jak już tutaj jestem... Masz coś, co chcę. Dzięki. Co to jest?
Wake up, Commonwealth. Since they're not your enemies, they are victims in this war as well. True, they were created by the Institute, but they were created as slaves. Thinking, feeling, and dreaming beings, utterly oppressed by their tyrannical masters. So join with us in fighting the real enemy, the Institute. Join the Railroad. When you're ready for that next step, don't worry, we'll find you.
Hey, Daisy.
It's got some good
Potrzebuję jednej rzeczy.
You won't believe what's
Zapomniałem.
in the is it food or not section.
Let's see what you have.
It's a little bit of everything.
Bo chcę odwiedzić tutaj, jak będziemy, dwa miejsca. Jest tam. Wejdziemy tu. No to odwiedzimy wszystkie miejsca, jakie są. No może poza domem Hancocka.
Hancock says newcomers are welcome to Third Rail.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is.
Dzień dobry.
We got beer. You ain't buying beer, you ain't buying.
Let's see what you got.
Nothing watered down. Now that you're liquored up, got a proposition.
What? Another one of you mercs?
Hey, Charlie.
Buying customers up.
Just looking.
Fine.
God, I love this song. Sweet bit
Can't say I'm surprised to find you in a dump like this, McCready.
I was wondering how long it would take your bloodhounds to track me down, Winlock. It's been almost 3 months. Don't tell me you're getting rusty. Should we take this outside?
It ain't like that. I'm just here to deliver a message.
In case you forgot, I left the Gunners for good.
Yeah, I heard. But you're still taking jobs in the Commonwealth. That isn't going to work for us.
I don't take orders from you. Not anymore. Why don't you take your girlfriend and walk out of here while you still can?
What? Winlock, tell me we don't have to listen to this shit.
Listen up, McCready. The only reason we haven't filled your body full of bullets is that we don't want a war with Good Neighbor. See, we respect other people's boundaries. We know how to play the game. It's something you've never learned.
Glad to have disappointed you.
You can play the tough guy all you want. But if we hear you're still operating inside Gunner territory, all bets are off. You got that?
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Barnes.
Look,
Siema.
if you're preaching about the atom or looking for a friend, you got the wrong guy. You need a hired gun. Then maybe we can talk.
No,
I'm
słucham.
interested. If you think you've got what it takes.
You're joking, right? I've been doing this since I was a kid. I know my way around. I used to run with the Gunners, for God's sake.
Never
No,
heard of the
powiedz mi o
Gunners.
nich.
Who are they?
One of the biggest gangs in the Commonwealth. Got a rep for being crazy. You know, so tightly wound, you think they were a cult or something? Stuck with them for a while because the money was good, but it never fit in. That's why I made a clean break and started flying solo. And what about you? How do I know I won't end up with a bullet in my back?
You don't. That's part of the risk, right?
Can't argue with that. I'll tell you what. Price is 250 caps. Up front. There's no room for bargaining. What do you say?
Everything's negotiable. Would you take 200?
Drive a hard bargain. You just bought yourself an extra gun. All right, boss. Let's get out of here.
Okej.
Look alive.
Need something? Need
Ta.
something?
We should go our separate ways.
I think you're making a huge mistake, but hey, it's your funeral. If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Tak. Do szlaku. Jak mogę zebrać sobie ekipę w razie czego, to sobie zbiorę ekipę w razie czego.
Everyone, gather around. Let's kick the breeze back. Shoot the fat. Now I know you all are doing your own thing, but I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy, glad you can make it. How's my favorite girl? Didn't I see you on Browski the other day?
He wishes.
All right. Getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. What matters. We freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. Feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth wanna drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman wanna hurt our peaceful community?
Yeah, the Institute and their sins.
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some respect. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lothead. But stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us.
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor.
And who's in charge of Good Neighbor?
Hancock. Of the people, for the people.
I wszyscy wyciągają broń. Zajebiście. Dup.
out in the lobby all day again? Or are you actually going to go down and do some work?
Being available to the customers is work. It's not all about cooking chems, Claire.
It's not all about sampling those chems either. Maybe if you stopped using, you could focus.
What? Where's the fun in cooking it if you ain't using it?
My mistake.
Ty, dziadek.
Excuse me.
Oh man, someone new. You need some jet, man? Home-brewed, reasonable prices?
No,
Let's see
pokaż
what
co
you
masz.
have.
Everything's been tested personally.
Sekunda. Nie ma tego, czego szukam.
Before you even start, let's get to the point. We have rooms, one room specifically. Payment due up front.
Can you tell me a bit about this hotel?
Oh, why do they always have questions? The Hotel Rexford used to be a grand establishment. We even had guests that didn't throw up all over the floor. But now the only people who come by are looking for somewhere to nurse a hangover or shoot up chems. So, still want a room?
Nie, dzięki.
Not interested.
Then leave.
Przyjemna. Jeśli pić mi się chce. Muszę przerobić to miecho. Dup. Ubiór. Charyzma 9. Tak, wspomagacze mamy tutaj jeszcze browarka gdzieś. Jest.
Hey,
What? No, it can't. It's you. From Sanctuary Hills, right?
Tak.
Yeah, I'm from Sanctuary.
What? You don't remember me? I sold you that space in the vault. But then I wasn't on the list to get in. But you, look at you. 200 years, and you're still perfect. How's that possible?
Zamrozili mnie.
The vault had these pods that froze us in place. I only thawed out recently.
What? Vault-Tec never told me that. Unbelievable. Well, I had to get to the future the hard way. Living through the filth, the decay, and the bloodshed. Look at me. I'm a ghoul. A freak.
No sorry, nie
I'm
wiedziałam.
so sorry. I didn't know this would happen.
You know, you're the only other person I met from before. Oh God. I've been so alone here. No Commonwealth settlement. Once a ghoul with 200 years of Vault-Tec sales experience.
Ja cię wezmę.
Hey, you know you could head back to Sanctuary. I'll come visit. I promise.
Really? You will? Okay, I'll head over there right now. You promise you'll come visit, right? I'll see you there.
Hey!
You're going to come visit, right?
Tak.
You're going to come visit, right?
Aha, czyli na razie nie mogę. Na razie idzie do sanktuarium. Dobra, ubiór. Dobra, mam wszystko. Tak? Hełm, mundur, flary, plecak. Jedna ręka, klata, noga, druga noga. Dobra. Mam wszystko. Tada! A, tutaj co jest? A, mieszkanie Frankoka.
He looks just like Sammy, too.
He sure as hell didn't act like him. Institute thinks they can replace people with synths in this town? They got another thing coming.
You're going to come visit, what am I gonna tell his mother?
Better keep your iron strapped on. Friendly advice.
Okej.
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs. You did forget.
No cześć.
For Amari, she's downstairs.
Ja chcę o tobie pogadać.
Whatever you and Nick are up to, I don't need to know. Just don't let the big metal softy hurt himself. All right?
Okej.
Don't let Nick spend too much time with Amari down in that lab of hers. I'll start to get jealous.
Cześć.
Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
Uuu. Dawaj! Nic nie gotowałaś? Chyba nie pusto.
Perfect.
Naboje też wezmę. Cześć.
Were you going to say something or not?
Nie, najpierw się opierdolę. Chyba już wszystko. A nie, jeszcze tu.
Doctor, it's time for you to reverse death itself.
What?
I wouldn't have put it quite that way, but it's true. We need a dead man's memories. Guy named Kellogg.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse.
Nie, to już załatwiłem.
Realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Did you say that like Dr. Frankenstein?
Igor, fetch me the brain! No, I will not. Now, do you have it?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Czyli to się nadaje.
So the brain is still good, right?
Possibly. There's no sign of decay, so the tech is probably preserving the tissue, injecting some kind of compound to keep it stable. But there's no way to access the memories inside without a compatible port.
You're talking about me, right? I'm an old synth. If the Institute built me out of similar parts, we might have an in.
There could be long-term side effects. I don't know where to even begin with listing the risks.
Don't bother. I don't need to hear them. Plug me in, Doc.
We should try plugging you into a toaster next. Fresh toast.
It's nice to know that even when I'm about to have a foreign object shoved into my noggin, you find new horrible ways to laugh at my expense.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here.
Ładny ten celowniczek sobie zrobiłem w sumie.
Keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
A, to jest aluminium.
Flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
A, dobra, robocik się nie
Is
posypia?
Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Nick and I are gonna share a mind. I'm not gonna see him in any compromising positions, am I?
If a smart mouth was all it took to solve problems, we would have found your son by now.
No. You won't have to worry about that. The only memories you'll access are the ones in the implant.
No to jedziemy.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
I teraz najnudniejsza część, jaka istnieje w tej grze. Przynajmniej dla mnie.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
I się będziemy teraz musieli pobawić, pochodzić, słuchać. Już wolę się przekradać przez miasto.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There.
Chociaż nie powiem, że nie wygląda to ładnie.
Intact memory I can find.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs,
Remember,
but
you are
I never really knew
experiencing these
what he
memories
did.
as Kellogg. This may
Don't know
prove
why Mom was with
disorienting
him.
at first.
Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole. I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. People are always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
What a joke. What's it mean? Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the little base, like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands.
Nieźle zmodował tego swojego 44 widzę.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy. This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while.
Co ty masz w łapie?
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we
A
don't know
mutowoc.
anybody here. And now with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance.
Stanę między wami.
Finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I'd come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
No, to ci się nie udało pewnie.
Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
No, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got it.
Już?
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
A, nawet nie mogę tutaj biegać. No super.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
No, gdzie celujesz?
Another memory to try. I'll connect you.
No, wizualnie to wygląda nieźle, ale mówię, to jest tak nudne, już wolę się przekradać, bo przynajmniej przez to miasto, bo przynajmniej adrenalina skacze.
I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
Mind if we...
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. A little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. I don't remember much from that time. It all kind of blends together. It was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
Sit down.
Suit yourself.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
No, dawaj, dawaj. Już jesteśmy blisko. Jeszcze to, jeszcze jedno.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. The first synths weren't all that impressive.
Patrzcie, patrzcie, on się
I'm good.
próbuje na mnie patrzeć.
Not that good. But the Institute could always make more.
No nie.
And kept making them better each time. You still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
Po prostu okami ruszają.
But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement. Suited me just fine.
You decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
No, dobra wspomnienia.
People pay me to do.
Patrzą się na mnie.
I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748. Initiate.
I szkoda, że ta animacja jest wykonywana tylko raz.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Dzień dobry.
How's now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth?
A, patrzą za mną.
If they needed something done,
Cześć.
Wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Vault computers are still working.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but I never like to. But it was better this way. Better than taking his kid and leaving him alive.
That's good.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving her alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller. Even if she somehow got thawed out.
Whenever you're ready.
At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If she can take me out, they won't be able to hide from her for long.
Najgorsze jest to, że oni żyli. Oni wtedy żyli.
Down the hall near the end.
Naprawdę mogli to rozegrać zupełnie inaczej i podejrzewam, że bez problemu dzieciak by został przekazany tutaj tej osobie w ciuchach, no w tym krematyku.
Almost. Everything's gonna be fine.
Come here. No. Come here, baby.
No. I got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
Tup. Ostatnie, tak.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's.
Good news, I think.
Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Kellogg.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate...
If anything like this had ever happened before, I've never heard of it. Maybe a sign that the old man was losing his grip. Finding someone in the glowing sea wasn't going to be any picnic. I never expected an Institute egghead to give me so much trouble.
And eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688, ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Dlatego mówiłem, że to jest nudne. Ale mamy 200-letniego gula, który jest handlarzem. No i jest spoko. Jestem głodny i chce mi się pić. Spoko.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Przede wszystkim chodzi o
There's
Virgila.
more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
Czemu?
What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
Dlatego to jest idealna kryjówka.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak. A way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact.
and good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
No i super. Mogę sobie jeszcze pogadać?
Not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
No elo.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Że... co?
Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
Brzmiałeś jak Kellogg.
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
Chodź, chodź.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.
Look alive.
What do you need?
I think we ought to part ways, Nick.
Sure. Suppose I'll head on home then.
Tak jest, na wisielczy szlak. Papa. Ja sobie zjem, napiję się. I tutaj kończymy.
Enjoying yourself in Good Neighbor? It's a heck of a town, ain't it?
Tu tak, tutaj kończymy i ja mam jeszcze tutaj, widziałem mięso jakieś do przerobienia. Przerobię sobie to mięso, będzie git. To są 3 odcinki nagrane pod rząd. Ja jestem, już powiem szczerze, trochę zmęczony, bo ten kurde odcinek, jakie 3? 4? Czy nie 3? Moment. Pójście do Kellogga, baza Kellogga, później oczyszczalnik, no i teraz to, no to 4. To nieźle się wyrobiłem. Dobra, 4 odcinki nagrane, będę musiał to jeszcze poskładać. Widzimy się w kolejnym odcinku, trzymajcie się. Idź. Trzymajcie się, cześć.